I'm Pastor Cheree, and I hope your morning is off to an awesome start. You know, last week I found myself after a huge thud in the middle of our bedroom floor in the middle of the night. And my husband woke up. He's like, "What are you doing over there? How did you get there?" And all I remember is I was somewhat confused, and he said, "Are you okay? Can you get up?" And I didn't have the heart to tell him what had really happened until the next day. And then I said, I was dreaming, and I don't know how long a dream lasts in dream time, but I was dreaming and I was up on a high cliff. Now, I've had dreams where I've fallen and I've never hit bottom. But this time I was up on this high cliff, and a voice kept saying, "Jump, jump, I've got you. I will not let you get hurt. Jump, I will catch you." And then the next thing I remembered was I woke up splayed out directly on my knees and elbows in the middle of my bedroom floor. I'd fallen out of the bed somehow. And when I told my husband that story, he looked at me and said, "Oh, how are you feeling today?" I said, "I don't have any pain anywhere." He said, "Well, what do you think happened?" He said, "Isn't it a good thing that you were obedient and jumped?" I said, and we laughed. But then I thought about it. I said, "Wow, Lord, that was a rough landing when you caught me, because by all principles, I should have broken something with how I landed, the speed I landed, and how hard I landed. But you did have me. But what are you telling me in this dream?" And I may never figure it out. It could be something that you are going to go through something, but I'm going to have you and sustain you. And it may be a little bumpy, and it may hurt a little bit, but you will get through it. And that's when I thought about sometimes it's just about taking a leap of faith. Just a leap of faith, stepping out in obedience and trusting God, even when we can't see the whole story, even when we don't see the whole path ahead. I want to share with you one of my favorite scriptures. I recited over and over. Deuteronomy 31:6. "Be strong and bold. Have no fear or dread of them, because it is the Lord your God who goes with you." And this is the part that sustains me. "He will not fail you or forsake you." And like many of us, this is a time of transition in our denomination where we starting a new church year. Thank the Lord, I get to remain here at New Awakening. And I'm excited about taking on my 5th year. Some people are starting new ministries. They're going to new church appointments. They have new jobs. Some their children are leaving for college, or it may be as simple as a child starting kindergarten. We are much like the Israelites enter the promised land under Joshua's leadership. Moses, who is saying this, he's encouraging them to be strong. He's saying, be courageous, be assured of God's unwavering presence and support. And I think this verse serves as a powerful reminder of just how faithful God is and how important trust and obedience are as they begin this new chapter in their journey. Because when we take those leaps of faith, I'm not suggesting that the one I took out of the bed, or if I took it out of the bed, was that, but it did trigger me to think of this. We are not only demonstrating our obedience, but also our trust in God's character. Knowing that God has been, if we stop and think about it, so faithful in our past. And He will continue to be faithful in our present and our future. Remember, faith And that's hard sometimes, we forget it. Faith is not the absence of doubt, but it's when we make that decision to realize that God, you have got us. And I trust you for having me, even though I may have doubts. So each time we leap out and we step out in faith, we're testifying to all those people around us of God's continued presence in our lives. And our obedience, believe it or not, can inspire others to take their own leaps of faith, creating a ripple of trust and courage. So as you start your day and you go out your door, encourage each other to take leaps of faith today, whether they're encountering new jobs, new relationships, new ministries, or new experiences. Remember and remind them that God is with you. God will guide you. That's an assurance. Just trust God, obey God, and watch how God can transform your life and the lives around you. And I'm Pastor Cheree, and I'm out the door.